Hello!
Hello.
Once again from beautiful city of Belém. We are actually where I would say it's the heart of the action in Belém. You have a clock tower right behind us. This square is actually called the clock square. Then you have all of these beautiful buildings with Portuguese tiles there. All of these trucks and other transportation forms and fishing boats are because of the market where we're going to visit. And on this side, these vans also that you see, they are for transportation. People take them to go different parts of the city. These trucks are all for also delivering stuff, ice, fish, products, everything. So a lot of things happening, and we really wanted to come and see this market because we have heard a lot about it. The market is called Ver-o-Peso, and traditionally the name goes back to the time that the Portuguese were here and controlling the commerce. The idea was every merchant that came here, the merchandise that they had, based on the weight, they would have to pay a tax. Now, I don't know all the details. If it was like gold and fish, they would pay exactly the same tax based on the weight, but that was the idea. And because they would look at it and weigh it, in Portuguese, ver is to see, peso is weight, ver-o-peso is the name that the market has. And here you have all of the fishing boats. The smell is not very pleasant, but you have them and the tide is low, so looks like they're all stranded, but no, it's because the tide is low. And the market is right there where you see two towers. We're gonna go check it out. We're gonna try to be careful because we have been warned that there are a lot of petty crimes like pickpocketing and other things that might happen. So far we have been walking around, nothing happened. So you just have to pay attention. I'm gonna show you everything. All right, this part of the market is where they sell everything, but mostly vegetables that are typical of this region. You also have spices, some kind of juice and oil. This is beautiful. Wow. Pepper, cumin, and this. Oh, I don't know that spice actually. Yeah. So this part of the market is actually just spices. Oh my god, look at here. These are all like herbs. Some of them are the natural medicine that people take from different plants and for different reasons. Especially because we are near Amazon. I believe the native culture of using these natural products is very strong. They have so many different types of products. Wow. Here is just vegetable, that normal vegetables that we have seen. We want to go see a place that we haven't seen. So, and since Mariana cannot eat seafood, I came alone just to show you also the part of the market that is for seafood. Fish, shrimp, and also we are here at around like 1 p.m. I would say. Most of the action happens early in the morning, but for safety, for avoiding a lot of crowds and noise, we wanted to come at this time so it's less crowded, but unfortunately, as you can see, a lot of them are closed. But it gives you an idea that right from the boats, the fishermen bring the catch of the day, and they sell here. Of course, being a fish market, you can't deny that the smell is very strong, but it's good to come and see. Now we're gonna continue to go through the other parts of the market. As always, you also have handcrafts and all other kinds of products. My god, basically you can find everything. Oh, even chicken. Oh, and besides the part that I showed you already as the fish market, there is also shrimp on this side of the market as well. These are basically tents, as you can see, and they're outside. And it's not just fish market, but this corner is shrimp, all kinds of shrimp. Honey, can you ask what is this? This is another fruit that we have not seen before. It's called pupunha. And we don't even know how it is or what it is. Kushi. And this one is called kushi. I don't know what he said, but I am assuming it's good for the stomach.
You make like a flour, and then you cook with that, and then you become that fat.
Oh, okay. So you make a flour with that, and then you eat it, and he was saying that he gets fat from the flour that he has. Oh my god. Okay. And there is this building that you could also go upstairs, and from upstairs you could see the market, but at this time it's closed, I think, because soon they're gonna close the market due to security, or they want to control the number of people that go upstairs. At this time we cannot go upstairs. And behind me, the ladies that you see in traditional dresses, they are fortune tellers. So I don't know if they use cards or they read your hand, the palm of your hand, but you can find that here too, if you believe in that or not.
And they are nomads. They are always moving in the country. They never stay in one place.
Kind of like us, but we go from a country to a country. They just stay in the same country. Oh, look at this one. Don't go there. It's all dried fish. The whole smell that you're feeling is there. And this is the famous tapioca. All kinds of things. Dried meat, dried fish. And this is, I think, what you use for feijoada. The mix over there with the bacon and meat and all of that, I think they use it for feijoada, no? Yeah. More dried fish, snacks, fruit, and basically you can find everything. This one, I don't know what it is. Inga. Wow. This one again is Oshi. Kushi.
Tem de 10 e de 5.
Kushi.
O que é isso aqui?
Piqueá.
Piquiá.
Pikia. Okay.
Poaçu, Muxi, piqueá.
Ah, pupuasu is this one. The one that we had the ice cream, we had the sweets from. This is the fruit and how it looks like. Pupuasu.
Sapotilha.
Saputilha is this one. That, I think it's lychee.
Yeah.
And acerola over there. And they also have the passion fruit. The seeds and the part that you actually eat from inside a plastic bag. They have passion fruit over there inside the plastic bag. The part that you actually eat. Oh, and nuts. Cashew, different types. This is cashew with acai. This one is caramelized. And this one is red. I'm not sure what it is. Please. This is cashew with strawberry. And these are the Brazilian nuts that they come like this in shells. And then they have to remove this shell. And it becomes like this here. This is the one inside. Posso mostrar? So you see, this is the way it is. It's inside a shell, kind of like a walnut. And then they have to break this the way she is doing it, little by little, so that hard shell comes out and becomes like this. And this is fresh. This is obrigado.
Muito boa.
It's definitely not what we are used to. This is fresh, fresh, fresh. Oh my god. I'm gonna buy a bag. It's so fresh.
Essa aqui é a seca, torrada, é quebrada. E essa aqui é inteira.
So the one that she is holding, it's actually roasted. These are fresh. There's more roasted. The one that is fresh like this, it's very chewy and kind of reminds you of when you're eating fresh coconut. Very nice.
This is 10 reais.
Mm-hmm.
And this is 26.
No, I like the fresh one.
You want that one?
And we're gonna also try the one that is dried. Is it dried or it's roasted?
É
torrada?
castanha torrada,
Ah,
ela é
roasted.
beneficiada. Ela não tem mais o leite, ela tem o óleo, a vitamina dela que faz bem para a saúde.
So it doesn't have the milk
Essa aqui,
anymore?
ela já tem o leite porque ela ainda está in natura, tá
Oh,
verde.
okay. So this one, because I said it tastes like coconut, it's because it's still wet and it still has the kind of like they call it the milk inside it. So it's not dried. These ones, they are roasted. So let me try one.
Essa a farofa é feita com a torrada.
É,
E daí essa aqui usa para
It's
cozinhar.
more dry.
para cozinhar, para fazer
Very good.
carne, peixe, tudo faz com essa.
So the milk that they get from this, just like coconut, they can also use it for pastry, for cooking, everything. Amazing, amazing. And this, we call it Brazilian nuts, but in Portuguese in Brazil they actually call it the castanha do Pará, because it's like it's a kind of cashew that comes from the state of Pará. So, let me try one more. It's really good. Muito obrigado, senhor.
Obrigada.
Ciao. This is where you find the Brazilian nuts. This is inside. When they open it, then they remove this shell and they take this out. And then this little shell, as the lady was showing, they have to cut it out with knife or something sharp to remove the shell, and it becomes this one as the finished product. Here you can see all of them. So you have from the shell then it comes like this, then they remove it with a knife and becomes like this. And this one is where you get cocoa powder from it and you make chocolate. Isso é coco, né?
Esse aqui é cacau.
Cacau. Cacau.
Que é o original da
Coco.
castanha. Ela vem tudo aqui dentro, moído de casca, fica
Bem
natura,
isso.
fresquinha.
Uau.
Tá
Legal.
natural, ela não tá torrada. Tá natura.
Ótimo. Obrigado. Posso pegar lá? This is how they cut it and then it becomes like that. Obrigado. If you watched our video of food and restaurants, one of the restaurants that we went and we tried a soup, there was a vegetable in it that's called jambu, and that's what makes your mouth and your lips a bit like numb, or you feel like a tingling feeling. So this is the cachaça that they get from that fruit. The other fruits also that we mentioned that are from this region, specific to this region, like bacuri and cupuaçu, you also have the liquor of them here. Oh yeah. If you come here also during lunch, you have all of these stands. I mentioned we will talk about açaí here. Açaí comes like this, basically. This is the fruit that they get from the Amazon. And then they crush it. They get this paste from the fruit, which is the açaí, but pure açaí. And as you can see, people that are eating over there, there is a big container of açaí. And in other parts of Brazil, they use açaí as mostly for dessert. But here in Belém, in Pará, it's very common that they eat it actually with the food, without any sugar or anything. They mix it, and the pure açaí that has no sugar, nothing, they mix it with food. It could be with fish, it could be with shrimp, but that's how they eat açaí. So back then with the restaurants, everybody, almost everybody is having fish, fried fish with açaí, pure açaí. Unfortunately, the smell is too strong for Mariana, so we're not gonna stay here, but we're gonna continue because there's one more spot we want to go and see. This part is basically the extension of the market where we were. That was mostly food. Here it's like bags, t-shirts, clothing, and less food, even though you still see nuts and everything else, but mostly it's like shoes, clothing, and other items. Across the street from the Mercado Ver-o-Peso, there is also this market, which is the Municipal market. I believe this time a lot of them might be closed, but at least just to show you the structure, the metal work, everything is really amazing. And there is a lot of meat actually. This is for meat mostly.
It's the same metal work that from the city of Fortaleza, when we visit a theater there, Teatro José de Alencar, all the structure also came from Europe, from Scotland. And here is the same thing, they brought the whole iron or metal structure and then they just assemble everything here, but in the 1800s.
Yeah, and if you watch that video, you see even the style and the way the metal work is done, it's very similar as Mariana mentioned. It's amazing. Okay, let's see if we can go up there. I'm curious. So the next place that we wanted to come to is this place here. It's called Estação das Docas. And there's a lot of restaurants, it's waterfront, it's a very, very nice setting. But unfortunately today is Tuesday and we didn't know. Today it's closed. So for sure, we'll come back to this place. Alright, it's the next day now. And we came back to go see the place that was closed yesterday, called Estação das Docas. We parked here and right in front of the car there's actually this beautiful square. This monument, I believe, is for the 400th year anniversary of the city of Belém. This area here is actually called Boulevard da Gastronomia, and it has a lot of cute buildings on the side and the square, but where we want to go is across the street, Estação das Docas. This is Estação das Docas. As you walk in, there is this stand here that I believe is for the ferries that stop here. There's a lot of things happening here. This is structure that you see on the right. It is 3 warehouses that they used to be the old port of Belém. Now these 3 warehouses have all been converted to restaurants, coffee shops, and places for people to come and hang out. Inside you have other shops also for souvenirs and other kinds of products. The 3rd warehouse, which is way at the end, is used for events and gatherings, but the first 2 is full of restaurants and shops. You can also sit outside, and as you can see right in front, the cranes that were originally here at the time that here was part of the port of Belém are still here. They are gigantic, and I think it's a very nice touch that they have kept it like this. The structure was converted to this and was inaugurated to the way it is today in 2000. The cranes, we read online that they were actually built in the US and they were brought here in the beginning of the 20th century. And obviously, because it's a very nice place, very nice setting, this is considered to be one of the most visited places by tourists when they come to Belém, because you can come here, have a drink, have a meal, buy the water, and also get to know the place. And as I mentioned before, it is right next to the market that we visited yesterday, so you can come here and visit everything basically on one day. We came here once before also, but it was during the weekend. During the weekend it's even much more crowded. Now we are here on a Wednesday afternoon and it's even almost at the end of lunchtime, so it's not that crowded. But during the weekends this place is packed. Another thing that I wanted to show you guys is the port. You see, a bit further down is the 3rd warehouse that is used for events. After that, the extension that goes way to the end is actually the port of Belém. Right in front of the third warehouse also, you see this, which is basically like a propeller of a ship. There are some chains over there also around that. I think those are the chains that were used for the anchor of a ship. And my favorite is this one. Look at this. Really, really beautifully done. Gorgeous. A nice touch. Very nice touch. And a bit further down, as you can see, it ends and it becomes like the port. I believe where you see the fence, the metal fence at the end, I believe they are actually extending this space because it's very popular and there's still a lot of space to use. So I think that's the future. Come and look at the size of this crane. Wow, amazing. Inside there is a lot of restaurants. We will actually go there to film the last section of our food and restaurants video in Belém, so make sure you watch this too. I'm not sure if that video will come out before this one or after, but make sure you watch that too. So that would be it for this video. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, give us a like to support us and help the rating of the video on YouTube. If you have any comments, leave us comments and we'll get back to you. And we will see you next time. Bye.